Hey guys, today we're sewing a really cool oversized hoodie with a 3-piece hood. You can find the pattern for the hoodie on my Patreon page. The link is in the video description down below, and for the fastest 10 of you there's a discount with the code 3. In addition, mysterious codes will occur during this video which you can use on Black Friday. So find the codes, and on the 29th of November these will be activated on my Patreon page. If you don't want to miss the next sewing tutorials, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and if you like the hoodie then I'm really happy about every thumbs up. To sew the hoodie I use my normal sewing machine, the Singer HD 6335M, and my overlock from Yuki, the MO50EN. If you only have a normal sewing machine, no problem at all. I will explain everything within this framework, and all the parts that I'm sewing with the overlock are just a nice extra.
But what do we actually need to sew the hoodie? Approximately 3 meters of sweat fabric and 0.5 meter of cuff fabric if required. Sewing needles, stretch and universal, a normal presser foot, an iron, a pair of scissors, a seam ripper, a tape measure, chalk or a colored pencil, and thread that matches the color of the fabric. Once we have all our utensils together, we need to prepare our pattern. To do this, we lay all the A4 pages in front of us in the correct order and cut everything perfectly along the edges. Then we need to glue all the small individual pieces together to make our final pattern pieces using sellotape. Now we can start with the cutting. For the fabric, I opted for a classic light gray mottled sweat fabric, which is very comfortable for the coming winter temperatures and is also great for a hoodie. The back and front pieces are cut on the fold. This means that you fold your fabric once so wide that the pattern pieces fit perfectly in width. Then place the inside of the pattern piece on the folded edge. This is also called the fold. Fix the whole thing, then draw the outline, or you can cut directly along the edge of the pattern. Of course, we also need a right and a left sleeve. It is also a good idea to fold the fabric so that you can simply lay the sleeve pattern piece on top and cut out the two matching pieces directly from the two layers. And now pay attention. You will see these lines along the edge of the sleeve on the pattern. Mark these places as they are the same lines on the pattern pieces of the back and front. These lines are there so that you can align the sleeve when you insert it. We need a total of 6 pieces for the hood, 4 hood sides and 2 center strips. If you want to use your fabric as efficiently as possible and it is not too stretchy, you can place the pattern piece individually on the fabric and then draw the outline. Make sure that we need 2 of one type of hood and 2 of the other. We need 2 right and 2 left hood sides. I cut out the 2 hoods directly from the folded fabric because of the stretchy fabric. Advantage: this makes them perfectly synchronized. I then do the same with the middle strip. Next, I also cut out my 2 pieces for the cuffs on the folded fabric. For the waistband, I make use of the fabric fold again. Because the pattern piece is very long, you can simply cut it in half and then lay one end on the fabric fold and cut it out. Last but not least, we cut out the typical kangaroo pocket that goes on the front of the hoodie. With regard to the waistband and the cuffs, it is also important to mention that you can of course also use the extra cuff fabric. I decided against it for this project because I couldn't find the same fabric for the cuffs. But especially as a beginner, I would rather choose the version with the extra cuff fabric, as stretching the sweat fabric later on is really quite a challenge. In the next step, we iron all our cutout parts in an exemplary manner. This is to counteract the subtle shrinkage factor that will occur when the hoodie is washed for the first time. It also helps to prevent the edges of sweat fabric from curling up. You can also mark the wrong, i.e. inner side of the fabric for all cutout pieces if your 2 fabric sides are very similar. This prevents you from accidentally sewing the wrong sides of the fabric together. And a very clear recommendation from me: use a stretch needle for sewing hoodies. Universal works too, of course, but it's better with the stretch needle. We start by taking the front of the hoodie and marking the center. You can easily do this by folding it in the middle, or you can still see the fold line from cutting it out. We also mark the center at the bottom of our kangaroo pocket. On the kangaroo pocket, we now start by folding the slanted opening edges inwards by approximately 1.5 cm and securing them with clips. We do the same on the top edge of the pocket and on the right and left sides. These edges are now ironed once. Using a stitch length of 4 and the needle position on the left, top stitch only the 2 slanted opening edges. The kangaroo pocket is now placed on the front of the hoodie and secured with pins and clips. Now we can easily sew again with stitch length 4, but the needle position is on the right. Starting from one lower side, sew in a U shape to the other side. Always remember to lock the seams at the beginning and end. This means that you first make a few stitches back and forth before you start the right seam. Finally, we only need to sew down the top edge of the bag. The slanted sides remain open, of course. We can then lay the front and back right sides together and secure the shoulder sections with clips. These are then sewn together with a stretch stitch and finished with the overlock. You can easily check whether your sewing machine has a stretch stitch function in the operating instructions for your sewing machine. If your machine doesn't have this function, simply sew the whole thing with the normal straight stitch or with a zigzag stitch. In any case, we can now insert the sleeves. Pay attention to the markings from the beginning. Fasten everything with clips, right sides facing. It should look like this. Then sew everything together with a stretch stitch. I finished the whole thing again with the overlock. Next, we lay our hoodie, including the sewn-on sleeves, right sides together and secure both outer edges with clips. Make sure that the seams run into each other and that everything is nicely synchronized. In the next step, the passages are also sewn together with a stretch stitch and then overlocked. We now take our two cuffs and fold them right sides together and secure the edges with clips. Next, we sew this passage with a stretch stitch. This type of stitch is simply so important as our cuff pieces will be stretched a lot later and the fabric must be able to stretch with them. A normal straight stitch also works, but trust me, with a stretch stitch you will have far fewer headaches in the long term. I also overlock this seam allowance. The cuffs are now folded in half and placed wrong sides together. Make sure that both sides of the seam are seam to seam and that the overlapping seam allowances are folded to the left and right. At the same time, use a clip to mark the opposite side of the seam on the waistband. This bisection will be important later when inserting it into the sleeve. Now we want to insert the cuffs. The hoodie is still turned inside out. We attach the round cuff seam to seam. Just make sure that the open side of the cuff is attached to the edge of the sleeve opening with the 2 layers of fabric. We cut our sleeve opening in half and attach the other side of the cuff here. Now we have to make sure that both divided sides are sufficiently stretched when sewing on with a stretch stitch. To do this, pull the fabric apart evenly before and after the presser foot. Finish the excess seam allowance with the overlock. This brings us to the waistband. Place it right sides together, secure the open fabric edges with clips and sew this section in the same way as the wrist cuffs. Now we fold our waistband in the middle so that only the beautiful right side of the fabric is visible. Everything as before. Now pay attention. We divide our waistband into 8 equal sections. That way nothing can go wrong when sewing it on. This subdivision is easy to do by constantly folding in half. We will now also divide the bottom of our previous hoodie into 8 sections. This allows us to attach the waistband right sides together, with the open edges of the fabric facing downwards. This should be super easy using the clips. When stretching and sewing the waistband, it is particularly important to ensure that all sections are stretched evenly. Here, too, the extra seam allowance is finished with the overlock. Now we can turn the entire hoodie right side out, because now we come to the 3-piece hood. First of all, we mark the center of the neckline of the hoodie, front and back. We place our 3 pieces for the first hood in front of us. Everything that comes next is done for 2 individual hoods that are brought together at the same time. First, we attach the center strip to one side of the hood, right sides together. This is sewn in place with a normal straight stitch and a stitch length of 2.5. As soon as this is done, simply attach the other side of the hood to the center strip, right sides facing, and sew it in place. We should now have 2 identical hoods in front of us. Now pay attention. Turn one hood right side out. This is placed inside the hood that is still turned inside out. Line up the seams and secure everything with clips. This is the front of the hood, so to speak. This section is also simply sewn together. Next, we turn the hood inside out so that we can only see the beautiful right side of the fabric on the inside and the outside. We now bring the edges, which are now lying on top of each other, perfectly together by moving them back and forth between our fingers. Secure this entire edge of the hood with clips. Then top stitch this section with a stitch length of 4 and the needle position to the left. This allows us to attach the hood to the neckline. Do this with the right sides together. starting in the middle and making sure that the open edges of the hood are facing upwards. The hood ends are folded over each other at the center front. Sew the hood in place all the way around using the stitch stitch. It is best to start directly at the point where the hood ends overlap. This section is also finished with the overlock. And that's the finished hoodie. The hood fits really nicely. I really like 3-piece hoods like this because they simply have a different look and fit to the conventional 2-piece version. Overall, the oversized aspect of the hoodie gives it a great fit and means you're always comfortable when you're out and about. If you want your hoodie to be shorter or longer, you can always simply adjust the sections of the side seams that are under the armholes. You can really play around with this and create a new fit for a garment.
If you liked the video, then I'm definitely happy about every thumbs up. Feel free to send me your finished sewing projects via Insta. It's always really cool to see what you guys come up with. Feel free to let me know in the comments how you liked the video, and if you got suggestions or any questions, please let me know. See you at the next video. Until then, have fun sewing.